Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey. Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. And the Colts coming out now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He'll look to throw. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Sliding out of the pocket. Hard throw, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that while he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now running right through it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. winning the ball game. It's not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Carolina getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Now let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Sanders. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. 20! He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
Flex round. Flex round.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He'll set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lang. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
And they'll run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Weber. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Weber. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One-handed. Love the effort.
Watch it now, buddy.
Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lang. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lang. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And give him 12 yards and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards and a first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Green,
One
39.
final shot. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.